Hello everyone, welcome to the Bodhi Academy. In today's PYQ series, we are going to solve PYQs of class 12th physics, chapter 3, current electricity. So let's solve the first question. Kirchhoff's first law deals with conservation of option A charge, energy, B energy, C momentum, D angular momentum. So Kirchhoff's first law states that at any junction in an electrical circuit, the sum of currents entering the junction is equal to the sum of current leaving it. So in this law, the Kirchhoff's first law deals with conservation of charge. So the correct option is charge. Coming to the next question, a current of 3 amperes flow through the 2 ohm resistor shown in the circuit. The power dissipated in the 5 ohm resistor is, the options are 1 watt, 5 watt, 4 watt and 2 watts. So in the circuit we have 3 resistors and we are asked the power dissipated in 5 ohm resistor. So according to the formula V equal to IR, so 3 into 2 6 volts. Current flow through last branch, that is this branch, 1 plus 5 ohm is 1 ampere. So P equal to IR square R equal to 1 square into 5. So the answer is 5 watt. Coming to the next question, with increase in temperature, the resistance of pure metals A increases, B decreases, C first increases and then decreases, D remains constant. So for pure metals with increase in temperature, their resistance increases due to enhanced lattice vibration that scatter conducting electrons. So therefore the correct answer is option A, it increases. So coming to the next question, a metal wire of resistance R and length L is bent to form a circular loop. L and M are two diametrically opposite points of the loop. Question 1. What is the equivalent resistance across point L and M? 2. How will the resistance across the point L and M change if the temperature of the loop is increased? So when the wire of the resistance is bent into a circular loop, the points and diametrically opposite divide the loop into two equal semicircles. So resistance of each semicircle will be R by 2. So these two resistances are in parallel. So R equivalent will be 1 upon R by 2 plus 1 upon R by 2. So we'll get answer as 4 upon R. So resistance equivalent will be R by 4. And since the resistance of pure metal increases with temperature, the equivalent resistance across and will also increase with the rising temperature. How does current density in a conductor vary with increase in potential gradient and increase in temperature? So with increase in potential gradient, the electric field also increases and current density increases directly because J is directly proportional to R. So current directly increases with the potential gradient. And increase in temperature, with increase in temperature, the resistance increases to greater lattice variation. So because J is directly proportional equal to alpha E. So current density decreases with temperature. Coming to the next question, a storage battery of EMF 8 volt and internal resistance 0.5 ohms is being charged by a 120 volt DC supply using a series resistor of 15.5 ohm. What is the terminal voltage of the battery during charging? So battery, we are given battery EMF 8 volt, internal resistance R, that is 0.5 ohm, DC supply voltage Vs equal to 120 volt, series resistance R equal to 15.5 ohm. Total resistance in circuit, that is R total, is going to be R plus small r internal resistance, 15.5 plus 0.5 ohm, that is going to be 16 ohms. So during charging, the current is given by I equal to Vs minus E upon R plus R. So that is going to be 120 minus 8 upon 16. So 112 upon 16 equal to 7 amperes. So terminal voltage is equal to Vt equal to E plus IR. So by formula 8 plus 7 into 0.5, so we get 8 plus 3.5, so 11.5. So the final answer for terminal voltage is 11.5 volts. Coming to the next question, in the following circuit diagram, find the current through the 2 ohm resistor. So we are given a circuit diagram. We have two resistors in parallel, 6 ohm and 4 ohm, and one in series, that is 2 ohm, and one more resistor in series, that is 0.6 ohm. So total resistance R equivalent is 6 into 4, 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0.6, that is 5 ohm. And current through the 2 ohm resistor is going to be I equal to V upon R equivalent equal to 10 by 5. So that is equal to 2 ohm, 2 amperes. With the help of a neat diagram, derive the expression to find the internal resistance of a cell using a potentiometer. So, to measure the internal resistance of a cell using a potentiometer, a cell epsilon whose internal resistance R is to be determined is connected across a resistance box through a key K2. So we have a diagram of potentiometer having K1, K1 and K2, and resistance, cell of resistance epsilon, and it is connected to a galvanometer. Then when K2 is open, balance obtained at length L1, AN1, then E is equal to phi L1. When K2 is closed, the cell sends a current I through the resistance box R. So if V is the terminal potential difference of the cell and balance is obtained at length L2, AN2, then V equal to phi L2. So we have E by V equal to L1 by L2. But epsilon equal to E I a bracket R plus R, as we know earlier, and V equal to IR according to earlier formulas that we have learned in this chapter. So epsilon upon V equal to R plus R upon R. This is the fourth equation. From equation 3 and equation 4, we will get R plus R upon R equal to L1 upon L2. So R equal to capital R L1 by L2 minus 1. So simplifying, we will get R equal to R L1 by L2 minus 1. Using Kirchhoff's law, derive the balancing conditions for the Wheatstone network and draw the necessary diagram. So we have a Wheatstone bridge diagram. There are four arms A, B, C, D, and current I2 passes through R, current I1 passes through P, I1 minus Ig passes through Q resistor, and I2 plus Ig passes through X. So I taking I as the main current and I1 and I2 current flowing through P and R respectively. There is also one galvanometer and battery and K2. Ig is the current flowing through galvanometer. So applying Kirchhoff's law at junction A, I equal to I1 plus I2, and applying loop rule to closed circuits ABDA and BCDB, we get I1 P plus IgG minus I2R. So applying loop rule to this A B, D, A. This loop we will get I1P plus IgG minus I2R equal to 0, and I1 minus IgQ minus I2 plus IgX minus IgG equal to 0. In this loop we will get this equation. So resistance, if the resistance R is adjusted such that B and D are at the same potential and current flowing through the galvanometer is 0, that is Ig equal to 0, the bridge is balanced. So if the bridge is balanced, we will get I1 P minus I2R equal to 0. Taking this to the other side of the equation, we will get I1P equal to I2R. So I1Q minus I2X equal to 0. So taking that to other side, we will get I1Q equal to I2X. So dividing 5 by 6, equation 5 by equation 6, we will get P by Q equal to R by X. That is the final expression. Coming to the last question, the resistors are connected in parallel with a circuit diagram. Derive the expression for effective resistance in parallel. So we have one circuit diagram, two resistors are connected in parallel, R1 and R2. Using Kirchhoff junction law, we will get I equal to I1 plus I2. So I is the current derived from the cell, and I1 and I2 are currents flowing through resistors R1 and R2 respectively. So applying Ohm's law, we will get I1 equal to V by R1 and I2 equal to V upon R2. If Rp is the effective resistance of resistors connected in parallel, we will get I equal to V upon Rp. So substituting all the three in equation 1, we will get V by Rp equal to V upon R1 plus V upon R2. So 1 upon Rp equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Thank you for watching today's PYQ videos. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Bodhi Academy.